I get to this position, I can bridge. 2, and then the third beat. If I want to get to this position here, boom, measure it out, and follow through with that shot. So now you're taking something that's static and making it a little bit more dynamic. Have we moved the line? So if this is the 10-yard line, have we really moved the line? No, because right now this is the radius of the circle. Right? So if we were Alexander the Great's army or whoever wrote this, and we needed to push the line, we need to make this circle dynamic, meaning the circle's got to move. I want to take your circle, I want to take your circle, and then we're taking circles all the way down. So we're moving the line like football. You got to move the line forward. Football is like war. You're trying to get to an end point. That's why everyone loves football. Right? So at this point, we went from static on the graph paper, tracing it out, tracing it out, tracing it out. Oh, that was great. I love math class. This is 3rd grade. I'm going to trace this out again. I'm going to trace this out again. Oh, I'm tracing it out. This is great. I went to the other side, and now it's like, oh, shit. What'd you say, Mr. Karani? We got to move this now? All right. What an asshole. All right, let's do this. Boom, I'm going to cut, just like you told us to cut. I'm going to cut. Oh, I'm not ready here. I want to get on the same. I want to get the same time to go. I'll go here. Boom. Boom. So now I'm taking that on this circle. I'm cutting into this circle, and I'm moving it this way. And it hasn't changed because this is my heads up display. This is my graph. So all I'm doing is I'm getting into this. If Kevin's sitting right there, that's why when we're flowing, I get to from here to here. So when you're getting from here to here, check here. Am I there? If this is really beautiful wood, and your boss is like, I want you to cut this valuable piece of wood. It's the last piece remaining, and you cut it from the wrong measurement, you fucked up. That's why we're going to do this 10,000 times, get to this point, we're going to circle it out. Sometimes this happens, right? Because this is what happens. It's like, oh shit, let me fix that. Because you'll start noticing that if I get to this point, fuck, this is far, I can't bridge this. I'll do it. And then he takes it from here. Oh, fuck. Yes, too far apart. He's going to see that pitch from a mile away. Okay? So you're just going to be real specific right now. Just isolate left side, click. Boom, boom, boom. Be real dynamic on the slow. The slow is helping Tim out right now. It'll help you guys out when you're using the trainers. Right? Angel's always adamant about going slow. That to the point where he's ranging angles, he's doing this now. It's slow. He's transitioning that momentum. So we're not blowing our joints out of the water. We just remember, we gotta slow it. Not blow out of the water. Questions? So isolate one side first. You can either go up the reverse, forward, forward. He's gotta be real specific with his lines. So if he's over here, he can't deviate from that. He's gotta stay on the same path from here. Right? He can't go this way, because if you step in here, that means I'm going to get there sooner. If he's stepping here, and I'm already slightly ahead, so I'll just be right there. Is it not going to be quicker for me to hit this angle versus it reaching this thing? You're going to get there faster, and you're already ahead of time. We fucked up. So be real specific on his receiving end. So when Kevin's doing this, he's watching the lines, just like you saw the lines coming out. You saw when these things were developed. You saw it from here. You're like, you know I was going to take that 4 line. You saw it happen. So he has to be able to observe too. But he has to be spot on. He should be able to spot on me doing this. You're like, fuck, you got that. He should be able to spot me doing this. See, I didn't range out. Now he can time me out. And he's like, well, I'm safe. Let me just take his line. Because that's what's going to happen. He's going to read it. No pressure here. Release the pressure. It's like, fuck. Why does he keep going? I suck. Or your man sucks. You got to repeat that. That's why I always said, full range motion here, full range motion here. Because what's the pressure? Pressure here is equal If I do this, you just release the pressure. Doing 50% pressure, when you should have been going 100% in the drill. This is engineering class. 100% pressure here, 100% pressure here, 100% pressure here. If I was old school professor, I would say, I didn't say 50%, Tom, did I? I said 100%. All right, so make sure, go slow, right? Because Tim's lines look so much better because he's just doing this. Versus cutting the corner. You cut the corner on fast momentum with mass, you will break something. It's like I got a buddy who drives a Japanese car. How do I blow Japanese cars? You know how fast he fucks those cars up? You know what he does when he brakes? And then he accelerates. Constantly. And then I'm like, why is your car not in the shop all the time? Because he's not controlling the momentum, the mass. It's just going to be a matter of time before you destroy something that has quality. This shit is quality. It took millions of years to get to this point. We cannot fuck this shit up. We've got to be really good with this. So be real specific. Fall through. I'm locked into this chamber. Full through. But see how like I'm hitting those lines? Full through. Boom. Right underneath you. Questions? Once you feel comfortable, go on the new 45, go up before triangle, and then guess what? Other direction. But get used to going clockwise first. Drill the shit out of that. Get used to those lines. 10